get started.
Mm-hmm.
An RPG magnet who actually magneted RPGs. Peter's squad got mauled and completely annihilated by a Yeti. And he got, yeah, allegedly. Yes. And he got dishonorably discharged from the army for actually speaking up about that. But yep, that's pretty much what happened. Yes. Let's see. I think I put it down here. Oh my goodness, where is it? This one? No. This one? No. Too many. No, it's here. I didn't write them on my sheet, did I? That's the problem. That is indeed the problem. There it is. Yes, I found it. Over here. So, yep. And this is the one. So, Peter went out, checked the place, found out that it has motion activated floodlights, which was pretty weird for a vampire lair, because the floodlights were powerful enough to actually make him uncomfortable, even if he's not like any kind of supernaturally sensitive to light stuff a person. Anyway, super powerful floodlights, many cameras around, some powder, probably salt mixed with something else on the windowsills. The windows are completely barred. I'm guessing that was metal bars. He could hear a fan, a metallic fan, or a fan to move air humming somewhere inside. And there were already a whole lot of carvings of circles and runes and every other kind of stuff, which Victor identified that it's not hunter markings. These are like magical symbols. And Peter added to that the hunter mark for a lair. And now he's back with Victor at Victor's apartment, and I don't know. I've got the strangest feeling that maybe we're being led astray. Maybe they wanted us to get rid of. Maybe the vampires tried to get rid of their competition. Or something like that. We talked with Victor.
I mean, it could be.
And yeah, Victor's thoughts were last time. Victor's thoughts were that maybe it's not a vampire lair; it's a wizard's lair instead. Like, maybe there are blood mages there, or maybe there are magical vampires.
Yeah, could be magic using vampires or a covenant of magic users, because the stuff that was searched from his computer while we were away was not as much about vampires as magic, and to see what materials Victor has on magic. So yeah. Well, I think Peter was the one who went out because Victor was like, I'm not a stealthy person. Like, yeah. Yep. An HOA agent. The Karens. It's true. It's a man with a clipboard.
Yeah. No, I jazz. I very jazz. Hey, should we like go just I don't know.
Did we focus on?
Are we going in?
Well, I was
yeah. Go back to the sewer thingy.
Yeah, exactly. Focus on the vampire in the Shanghai tunnels. Like, even if this is the vampire's lair, considering our track record so far, I'm not sure we're ready to take out an entire lair of vampires. Like, 1 would be a challenge. 2 or 3, we're probably dead meat.
Especially magical vampires.
That would make it even worse. Any ideas, Pex? Or are you still daydreaming about your whale of a wife?
Oh,
And your throne of skulls and bones?
well, now that you mentioned it, In what shape is the flamethrower in?
We didn't find it.
Okay.
Yeah, we have no flamethrower.
We need a new flamethrower.
At least
Yes.
a torch.
Torch.
That's what they used in the olden times.
I don't. Isn't that what flashlights are for?
Yep.
Although I suppose if you want the fire aspect of it.
We were talking about the
But yeah, any thoughts?
flamethrowers,
Should we
right?
storm the house or go take our initial quarry in the Shanghai tunnels? I mean, the house isn't even above the tunnels, so those two may or may not even be linked. As Peter said, that might be just a ruse to distract us and send us after another quarry.
Right. What house are we talking about?
The house that someone mentioned in a letter they supposedly wrote into a page of my notebook and then ripped off, and then I traced the letter and he shows you the you know, when you gently move a pencil
yeah.
above the impressions to see what was written. It's like, so yeah, this address, Peter scoped it out, but it looks more like there's the people inside. You mentioned bookshelves, runes carved into the doorway, floodlights that make even a human feel uncomfortable under their blaze, and bars on the windows and salt mixed powders on the windowsills. It kind of didn't sound like that was a place of vampires, more like they really don't want light sensitive things to come in.
Yeah.
So also, even if it is a vampire's lair, I don't think the three of us or even the four of us could realistically take down a lair of vampires with just our pew-pews.
Crazy
Now
idea.
we'll bring some
What
jerry
if-
cans.
What
We're
if,
not burning a house.
What if the house is
Why
a
not?
lair of a hunter? If we could find an ally there.
Possibly.
Could be. I mean, it certainly sounded like someone was really prepared. I would need to try and look into the runes. I just recognize them as magic so far, but I haven't really taken a deep dive into what they would maybe do. But personally, I think we shouldn't get distracted from our quarry at the moment, which I believe is the Shanghai tunnels and the vampire down there. Last time when we went down there, we had someone follow us in the dark that we couldn't detect or see. We found a ghost. That something threw a rock through the ghost as Pex was trying to smack it. The ghost shouted. We had hallucinations that the whole tunnel was coming down, which affected Victor. Victor bolted out. Peter chased Victor, during which Pex was bitten in the neck. And as we came back and Victor investigated him, he saw the fading marks of a bite on his neck.
But
And
that
he was
was,
then
the
very
tunnels,
drained
not the
for a
house.
week. Yeah, this was the tunnels, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then Victor went and said, that's a vampire bite. He recognized a vampire bite. And that put us kind of on the radar of whoever was down there. Well, that... Well, that's a good question. That also led us to the trail of this house, because presumably whatever was down there visited Victor's apartment and left the note that was supposedly written and ripped out that talked about reinforcing the lair, and the address was for this house. So approaches where they suspect that they're trying to mislead us and send us on a chase against another group. But, yeah. Yep.
Well, yeah, as I said, get some torches. Get the jerry cans coming up. The tunnels, they're not that flammable, right? We could just make the place a little bit filled with gasoline, and if needed, fire off. Use
While we're inside.
Well, make sure we have a way out, of course. I'm not an idiot. I don't want to trap us in.
I'm more worried about the smoke that'll be choking the tunnels when we're in there. We probably need something to, I don't know, filter that out.
Gas
Not
masks.
get... Right.
What could go wrong? Oh, don't forget the
Although-
100 gallons of gasoline.
Also, let's not forget that we had problems seeing that thing last time. We just know it followed us based on the faint footsteps that were
Well,
mostly put in, like, taken in rhythm of us to mask it, but we couldn't see it. It could see us. So you just want to randomly burn. I mean, I'm not saying this is a bad idea. I'm just asking, but you want us to randomly burn tunnels underneath the city with gasoline and hope that we burn the vampire with them?
I don't have any masks of
Nope.
seeing. So
Well, we have Texas eyes.
yeah. Well, I have a gas mask. That I can solve. But yeah, like if I can't see the enemy, what is a mask of seeing? Night vision goggles?
No, my point is, dear, is that are we just, like, I'm just trying to figure out what your plan is, to just splash gasoline wildly around and hope that we hit it and then burn a section
No.
of the underground tunnels,
Yes.
or...
We need to bait it, of
Flaunt
course.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, bait
Exactly.
it to the place where we have the gasoline in.
And I mean, instead of just pouring it out in the sewer somewhere, try and, make some kind of explosives about it.
Could you make a can
Explosives
that you
when
can...
confined
Burn when you
spaces.
can explode.
Well, I was thinking, can you make a canister that sprays things that you can kind of...
You mean
pump
like a
and then
flamethrower?
spray? Well, less that and more, I don't know. Yes,
So a
but
flamethrower.
So a flamethrower.
but then
yeah.
you can then spray on them, and I don't know, throw the torch on them then to set them on fire.
I mean, sure, let's make another flamethrower.
No,
What could possibly go wrong?
everything like they did in the forest.
Yeah, I mean, that was your fuck up, though.
But I followed your instructions.
Uh-huh.
That was your blueprints that I followed.
Uh-huh.
So you clearly aren't that well versed in designing a flamethrower that actually works and doesn't take off flying.
So either or, it's probably one of your fault. So we can't fucking do it again. So maybe
It's
do
true.
something else.
Otherwise, we'll have to go back to the forest and burn it down again.
But fire's good. Fire destroys these things.
So does Pex's
Right.
knife.
Maybe.
Yeah, stab something you can't see. That's even a better idea.
Well, I mean, his eyes can see ghosts that are inside birds, so I imagine it would also see vampire. I mean, he can only see
we
things
create-
that we can't.
Yeah. So one thing I'll fix from last time. You know what I didn't do? I didn't, enter the hunting mode. What do you even call it? You like, don't you have it too? Your eyes flash. You're like ready to take on anything. I kind of.
Yeah, I tried that. I didn't
Didn't?
see the guy. It was probably just too far away in the dark.
Hmm.
I could just sense that there was something far more dangerous behind us
How
than
the ghost?
And when I was more busy looking at the fucking footsteps that were following us, and those footsteps pinged far more dangerous than the ghost. And when I told you that, the ghost threw a rock at the thing threw a rock at the ghost to trigger it.
Distractions. I think that's a distraction. That must be a distraction, right?
Really, triggering an angry ghost to release hallucinations is a distraction? Yeah, I would call it that.
There might have not even been a ghost. You know, some kind of hologram.
No, I'm pretty sure there was a ghost.
My finger is in that brick. So yeah, next time we go in, I'll be ready. And also,
how are your ice packs?
I don't know.
I think your discern works again.
as fine as they can.
Sure.
Maybe we should let you recover while our Huntmaster Peter makes up a perfect plan to hunt our difficult to catch quarry.
Is it easy? What do we use for a bait? That's the problem. Like, get a bait, get it to come to us. Have you seen, like, there was this movie, I've seen it like a couple of times. It was about a creature, they like, alien. Yeah, was it Alien? That's a weird name for a movie. Anyway, they like hunted it down, made it go in the tunnels, and you just close the doors. So couldn't we use the same thing? We close the doors by lighting up gasoline and wall it off, cordon it, some sort of I don't know.
Doubt. But is there a way that is there like a section we could close it off, lure it into, and then close it off so we would cut off its and our like escape routes?
Well, we would need to know where it specifically resides in those tunnels.
Not really. We just go in there and cause a ruckus, and I mean. Oh, is baby formed?
Also, Peter, as great as that plan sounds, I would like to point out that we are going to be underneath a city. So any exhausts that will remove the smoke resulting in the burning gasoline will alert any authorities, which will bring firefighters and policemen down into the tunnels to see who the fuck is setting fire in the tunnels.
Yes, which is exactly why we need to have a clear escape route, and we need to be quick with offing this thing. And after that, the coast clear.
I mean, sure, we would need to map out the tunnels first.
You know what we have? I hate to say it, but we got a drone right here. So
Can you fly it?
I kinda do.
Great. And is Marcus willing to lend his drone to you?
It is my drone after all.
Is it your drone? I can't remember whose drone it was.
Yeah, it's my drone that Marcus operates. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, sure. So you send that in there first. Does it see in the dark?
Yep,
Sure.
probably. Maybe.
Maybe.
Right.
I actually don't know how many commercial drones have like night vision mode. That might be an expensive.
Did we link
quality.
like the model? We had a couple of
think that-
options. With the money being spent was on the ridiculously upper end.
Oh no! And also, now that I checked these drones, the max flight time is definitely under an hour, like half an hour to and like 50 minutes. And considering you basically have to probably be somewhere around in the tunnels, because yeah, the connection's probably gonna be severed. Yeah, indeed.
Also, well, yeah, you would need to draw the map. We would also need to ensure that whatever is hunting it will not just throw a brick at it and destroy it. Because we are...
Or we know where our prey is, and we follow the drone.
Right, our prey can also move. And probably knows the tunnels. I mean, I'm not saying this is a bad idea. I'm just trying to, figure out where it could go wrong so we can fix it.
There ain't.
No, I'm doing it. So we have a drone. We could try to map the lair with it. At least to an extent. Find path.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Which none of us are.
Yeah, none of us are.
Alternatively, as a bait, we could offer Pex a thick neck. It's already. It's already gotten a taste of that manly pillar, so I mean, maybe it'll want another bite.
He's so widely known. He's the pillar of community.
The manly pillar of Pex's neck. And then when it comes close, if you can sense it, you just whack it. The vampire, I mean, not your pillar.
Yep.
No,
Easy.
not alone. We can try to do what we did last time, where
Run off.
we pretend to split up, and then
pretend.
supposedly leave you alone. And then-
Supposedly.
yeah. Except this time we actually don't intentionally do it. We just pretend to, so that you're all alone and scared and vulnerable, and then you have your senses sharp. And I don't know, can we have some sort of a device that you can press in your pocket that alarms us? Like, I don't know, have your phone ready to send a message or something. And then when you sense it nearby, you press it, and then, you know, we know that it's approaching. And then before it strikes, you whack it and engage combat, and then we rush back in.
Since it nearby, I would like to point out that my hearing and sight without my magic spells is not the greatest. I'm getting old.
That's true. Maybe that's why it chose you as well. I mean,
Again, I can smack a bitch, but spotting one, not my strongest suit.
I suppose.
How could we get the prey to come out of the tunnels? How's that?
I don't know.
Maybe
That's a good
setting the whole
question.
thing on fire?
Why are you so
Did
intent on burning tunnels underneath the city? We don't even know where that smoke is gonna go.
Well-
We yeah, I mean that smoke and those fumes might go into people's homes.
I know. I don't
Cause
want to
them
risk
severe
them either.
health risk.
But how else are we going to? We're going straight into
I mean,
this.
a vampire is more of a
Really?
health risk. I would argue.
I mean, let's not forget that's probably been there for at least a few decades, if not longer.
Why?
The vampire and the tunnel. It's a vampire. They live for a very long time. So
They do.
it's just like, I
Would
mean,
you
it's
like to
probably
live in
been there for
sewer?
a long time.
Hopefully not for a very long time. Soon.
Like, if he's been there for a long time, he's bound to be grumpy. Like, I wouldn't want to live in an environment like that.
Oh, I mean, maybe he doesn't have a choice. How long had the news of the women disappearing around those tunnels? How like what are the oldest reported? Because those were the kind of things that we were chasing initially. Is that young women had gone disappearing into those places? Hmm. Right. But like it's something that has existed for a very long time. It's just the most recent thing. Yeah.
I mean, maybe they were just annoying, alright? Like, you send a bunch of young chicks somewhere, it's gonna be
Yeah.
a lot of selfies, a lot of yapping about, you know.
Yeah.
Or disappeared otherwise. Alright. Hey, since you're searching for this stuff, anybody ever been in a similar situation? Could you help, like, search, for anything that, how have other hunters flushed tunnels or gotten rid of,
I mean, we can
vampires?
try. We can try the hunting net, but well, I mean, hunting net.
It's just
Hunting
that,
strategies for tunnels.
yeah. If there's somebody who's done it before, in olden times, maybe we could just modernize that strategy. Hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
It's just that I've. Well, cordoning off sections of the tunnel. It's just that Peter's. Well, I'm used to doing these things with a little bit more of firepower or maybe manpower. So
What, hunting
going
things
in
out?
with one weapon, maybe 2 and 3 people. That sounds like something you send your worst enemy to do.
Well, I mean, alternatively, we could just skip town and leave it. Yeah.
I'd like to give it a
we
shot.
can add this to the pile of horny, blurry creature in the woods and the crater lake, maybe, and just
Look,
go.
we took care of.
We can't.
We took care of the forest problem too. So let's try
We
take
didn't.
this
That
one.
thing escaped. Oh yeah, there's the ghost. I mean, we don't really have any ghost exercising equipment either, but
We don't.
we did
Yes, we
report
do.
it to the Orpheus group. Oh yeah, you have your kit. That's right.
Yeah,
I suppose.
I'm a kid.
I suppose. And we do have Pex's knife. Maybe he can stab it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, as far as Peter sees it, goal number 1, the big one, is to get rid of the vampire. Goal number 2 is to, getting rid of the vampire is basically either kill it or drive it away from here at least, but most preferably kill it or destroy it. And the secondary objective basically is get rid of the ghost. I don't know if we should consult the ghost, but that's probably not what Peter thinks. Like, Peter's not the consulting type.
Well, it wasn't really responsive, was it? It was mostly rock through and then it screamed.
Hmm.
You know, Pex tried to slap it.
Yeah.
I slap a bitch.
It was for science.
Damn it. I mean, it's Peter's turn. Sure.
Show
Well,
me
that-
what you got.
Yes. Yes.
Set the thing on fire.
No, Peters was to flood the tunnels with gasoline and burn everything.
Or flood out the creature, or get the creature out.
Yeah.
Get a bait and get it to come out. The problem is we don't know what it wants, literally.
I mean, I say we just go in there and we try and find it, and if we do, we do. If we don't, then we don't. Just
true.
stick. Everyone needs to actually stick together this time, so we can't surprise solo jump one of us.
Sure.
Yup, and vampire.
And kill stuff.
Is it really killing something if it's already dead?
Destroy it.
Yeah, killing sounds fine.
Without a time.
No.
Yeah, but that could. I mean, if we did manage to do something akin to that, I mean, that could give us the jump on it.
Yeah.
So we should have like a bullshit story for you to try and communicate with it. That way, if we manage to catch it off guard, I could use maybe my ability.
We're talking about the ghost or the vampire.
I mean, I'm not scared of the ghost. It was just weeping in the corner.
True.
I mean, I'd assume there's more of those kind of ghosts down there.
Well, considering the
So I'm more
tunnels,
concerned with the
yes.
vampire.
True. Besides, I think that we did alert Orpheus group about the ghosts in the tunnels, so
Yes.
I imagine they will be more than eager to take care of that for research purposes.
Should we stake out the house again long enough that we see the inhabitants and come to a conclusion if they are, hunters or not? Because if we got an ally to the tunnels, that would be real good.
I did suggest that earlier, but we didn't then do. I was like, well, you two can go stake out the house. I'm not much of a stakeout.
I'm up for it now. The tunnels seem a bit difficult.
True. I mean, you are not wrong. Also, yeah. And if the house does have books, and if it is a lair of mages or anything of that sort, maybe they have some repelling runes or something that we could inscribe into walls of the tunnel to ward that creature off and thus narrow its paths. If those sigils on the doorway, for example, are some sort of repelling runes, then maybe we could utilize that same tactic and close off sections. That's sort of tightening the noose and narrowing the territory where the vampire can move.
That's exactly the kind of narrowing down, like cordoning it. I was talking about.
Yeah, sounds good.
Right. It just doesn't involve burning the city down. Hopefully.
I'm all up for it.
So you guys stake that out. I will try and see what I can find about the runes through my sources and research in the meantime, based on the pictures you took. And yeah, I'm not much of a stakeout guy. That's more your sniper duty things.
Yeah. Message
You
us
army boys.
if you find anything.
Yep, I'll message you.
Makes you up for a stakeout?
Sure. I mean, I'm not the tiniest when it comes to hiding and keeping myself stealthed, but
We'll just hang in a car. It's easy.
Yeah, inconspicuous
Sounds
van
good.
parked outside of the. Isn't that how they do it in movies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
with some plumbing company's name on it. So
Yeah.
there you go.
When it's night, you don't really even see colors, so it's fine. I try to stay out of the camera angles, like stay far enough not to be obvious. And we have a stock full of food, coffee, and also some empty bottles for us.
Was there any cameras in the tunnel? You know, just to help scout out the place, but if we got access to them, but never mind.
Oh no, we can just park next to the road, or next to the curb. It's just that I try to put the car far enough that it's not parked on front of the building, but probably like couple of houses away. Ah, shoot. Can't see anything. Yeah, that's true. At least from the car roof down. It's really
Are window
vegetated.
tints legal over here in Portland? Yeah, window tints. Okay. Yeah. It's fine. Let's just pump across the street and just, I don't know. I am so out of it. But yeah, I mean, I say we just park across the street and fuck it. If someone spots us, then they spot us. Yeah, I mean, if they got questions, they'll come and ask, which is also like fine by us, isn't it?
Otherwise, what if you alert them
Why
that
not
there's
just go
somebody
knock?
watching them, they're probably not gonna come out because they have the cameras and see us.
Sure. Okay, so let's just go straight up and knock. Bonk,
I mean-
bonk, bonk on the door and hello, good sir, are you a hunter or a vampire?
Onka,
Yes.
bit of both. My name is Blade.
Yes, you're fired.
So, oh no, oh no, oh no. I almost knocked the door myself last time I was there. So maybe. Okay, let's go. Oh, so difficult. Could we go and stake out the house for the night somewhere a bit off, and after that, if we can't see any people coming off the house, what does it look next door over? Like, could we at least go there? Yeah, to the right. Yes. Yeah, from. If. Yeah, they like their privacy. Is that a tech issue or is that an actual picture just revealing the nature of the tree? Oh yeah.
Parasitic tendrils hanging from the tree.
No, it's you make
Siphoning on
magic
anything
potions
that
out of
walks
that.
underneath it.
Yeah. So maybe we just go and knock on the door. See, with that plan, we don't need a stakeout. So let's just take Victor with us. Just go as a group.
I guess not.
Usually the simplest way works best.
If no one answers, then do we just go grab some coffee and sit across the street or what?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Peter. Victor's too busy inspecting. Yep, Victor's too busy looking at the glyphs and symbols and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, with a pistol on my pocket.
Yep, same. No, I think I'll
always
leave it at, yeah, at the van. But I do have my revolver with me.
Hey. Oh, hello, good sir. Could you come to the door? How does it work? How does it sound? Old person, young. What is the name of our? What did you say? Oh, did you catch the name of the person who you encountered, the other hunter, who was so far gone? You had to call cops on him. I never asked that. Hey, you wouldn't know, Mr. Hey. I turned to the others, like, what was the name of the guy? The knife guy.
It was Mikhail or something.
Yeah, McKellan. Started, solving problems. You must know what I mean. We're just here for a friendly chat. If we could come to the door, I think we could make something good happen. Well, he's a nut job, so at least how Peter sees it. So he's treating him as a nut job. He's not good with people. Not that good.
Oh, good.
I'm not the manipulation guy, nor the charisma guy. Yep, this is exactly why he shouldn't be the one talking. Let's see.
Willpower can be used to succeed. Remember, you can add willpower to grant a success to a roll beforehand.
Sure. I'll use a willpower. Like, no, sir, you don't understand. We really need to talk. This is gonna be beneficial for both of us.
You still need to roll, but it adds a success.
So manipulation etiquette. Where is etiquette? There. Oop. Okay. So with willpower, that's 2. You wouldn't know anything about weird stuff happening in town? I unconsciously scratch my finger on a rune on his door, like frame. Cause I could swear there's something. Something tells me you're familiar with this stuff I'm talking about, and I'm just wondering if you'd like some problems solved in the city. You know? Well, I'm pretty sure somebody, for some reason, tried to target you, to send us after you, but we have no qualms with you. So, anybody on whose toes you stepped on? Oh, well, somebody named your address and sent us here, trying to make us attack this place. But we're not here to attack. Don't you worry about that. And when I say somebody, I'm not trying. And I say some. Sure. I mean, this is just precaution because we don't know what we're dealing with here. But see, I'm not trying to conceal the identity of whoever's behind this, because we literally don't know. Somebody just tried to make us come here to get you, and we'd like to know who, so we could, you know, put an end to them, or at least scare them away, so this doesn't happen again. I don't know if it's too much of an ask, but could we get a list of most probable names at least, or at least 1 or 2 names who could send random people after you? Well, anybody who wants to step in at any time is free to do so. Hey, so you're saying you're a professional? Well, that's good, because, you know, we're starting our own path right now, which is we've actually had some encounters which we have successfully solved, should we say?
Are these runes? Are these repellent runes, containment runes, or detection runes for any dangers? As you seem to notice that these gentlemen are armed, though their arms are concealed, I assume you have some means of detecting such things. there is that. Well, we have seen containment runes meant to imprison souls to feed an entity trapped in a house before, and these look kind of similar, but not quite. As per William Sumner III's work around the meadows. Yes, in a manner of speaking, I'm very, very curious into the workings of the generally more unseen world. Can I roll a cult? Okay, good.
Please let him ask, like, the one concerning
Successes.
infants or women.
With 2 10s. Which he says. In maybe a bit more condescending tone than he intends to, but yeah, it's more for black-haired teenage girls than any actual self-respecting scholar of the arcane, but still, for some reason... Well, the reason we're at your house is that someone broke into my apartment, went through my stuff. Named dropped your lair in a clumsily hidden, supposedly written message in my notebook, and told to reinforce the lair, and then named your address. So, we had suspicions that this might be a vampire lair, but it doesn't seem to be so, considering your exceptionally powerful floodlights and such. It seems like you want to keep things out. That might be.
I give Victor a little nudge, like approval.
So, yeah, no, Victor hesitantly steps inside.
No, I'm definitely going in. Done. Or do we? No, he wouldn't. he puts the. Oh, he does have the knife too. So he tries to like first put only his like pistol in and keep his knife. 3 successes. Okay.
What was the roll again? Yeah, it's wits melee. Yeah. Is my difficulty still 8? Nice.
A knife or the knife.
The nice.
Yes. Uh, yeah. Yep. I unconsciously put my other hand to my hip, where the knife is concealed, but I don't grab it yet. And I open the door. I step in carefully. So a cacophony of smells. Oof.
Yep, he does. Yep, I can't control the token, but he does. Yep. He does.
Okay.
Victor's been crouching down, like tasting, like looking at the salt circle to see if it's actually salt. Maybe tasting it to see if there's anything, or smelling it, tasting if there's anything extra in it. Taking a closer, like he's really been inspecting most of the anti-vampire things in this room. That his research was mostly inconclusive whether this actually works or not.
Yep. And as the voice sounds from upstairs, Peter curiously just starts heading upstairs. He really wants to see this guy.
Oh yeah, as soon as we're invited, Victor drops his inspection, but until that, he's been like going around the room, oh, real garlic, is this really salt or is there something mixed in with it?
Hey, nice collection of herbs.
What?
I mean, I can smell them all the way up here, but you know, good for you. I'm assuming he's mostly talking to Victor. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Victor goes Victor Harris. Well, Samuel Victor Harris, but yes, I mostly go by the name of Victor around here.
Oh, and I'm Peter Thompson. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Takes off his mask and turns out to be a horrific monster. Ancient vampire.
I also go by the name of Count Dracula.
Blah blah blah. I never say blah blah blah. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
What was his name? Geraldo. I need to Google what Esquire means. I know, but it was a gamble. We're sort of heading at an impasse in general as to what to do, so figured it was worth a gamble, especially since my friend here was already putting his foot in his mouth, so sort of. Sort of. He has a bit of a rocky face and I suppose a history, though he is reliable.
Hey, he's a good guy. He helped us plenty of time getting rid of. Okay.
No, I quite understand. Right. Yeah. Right. We are to an extent too. We weren't quite sure if this was a lair for vampires or if someone's trying to mislead us into thinking this is. And potentially taking you out after my friend here scoped this place out earlier, dressed up as an HOA person. And the runes and books and the bars and the floodlights led us to believe that you may not actually be what we're looking for, though we did not enclose out the possibility of you being a magic user of some sort. But magic is something we might actually need to an extent. Hmm. Hmm. Well, I've lived here for a few years now, sort of home. And we've been a bit of a road trip and came back, and well, recently we've sort of developed a habit of putting our noses where they don't really belong. And we heard about the girls disappearing. Yes, around the Shanghai tunnels. Right, but when in conjunction with the other stories you hear about the tunnels of spooks and horrors that lurk downstairs and whatever, and based on what we've seen recently, it seemed like a place to investigate. Oh, we
no.
didn't. No, we sort of went on our own.
And we found something. Yeah, there's definitely something in that tunnel.
Well, we found a specter, and then we found something that was hard to see, and that left 2 bleeding pinpricks in our larger friend's neck. And he points downstairs. That were disappearing unnaturally fast, and based on my experience with the matters and such creatures, I have strong beliefs that it was a vampire that used the ghost as a distraction. Yes, I have had run-ins before with at least one individual of such persuasion. No, not exactly. Well, for me, it was more just a gentleman friend from a club, really, whose home visits. How should I put this? More intimate visits to his home never quite registered in the memory. until one point when I then saw him go home with another young man, and I followed them, and I saw him sucking his neck in a less than intimate way in an alleyway. That sort of opened my eyes. I went to get help. I was aware that I'm not entirely empowered to do something on my own against a blood-sucking monster, so I went to fetch the friend who now resides downstairs, who happened to be a bouncer at the club that we were in. And as we came back to the scene and made a ruckus, the beast escaped. But no, not in friendly terms as such. I have not been back yet. I have been meaning to see if we can find him at his usual haunt, but we've sort of been out of... Well, to a degree, but we're not sure if it's the same one who now lurks in the Shanghai tunnels. The one that I know, or the person in the tunnels? Yeah, he gives the name. Michael and... Yeah, Jenkinson. Jenkinson. Yeah. We had a sort of a... when he rubs his neck, and it's a bit of a sugar daddy situation with him. Until he revealed to be what he was, and that I was more of a blood pack than him. But he seemed more intent on keeping his meals alive than just brutally murdering them after his dinners, so... And our friend was left alive when... And our friend was left alive after I encounter with one in the Shanghai tunnels, leading me to believe there's at least 1 or 2 vampires in the city who don't outright kill their victims, but...
That is sick.
Quite, but I mean, from a predator's point. That's fair. Are you a hunter? Right. Right. I suppose you could say we're fledgling ones, not very successful ones so far, but...
Hey, we...
Huh.
Peter
Just with a
seems to
couple
take some
of
pride on
things,
that.
but- We did with a couple of things, but we're certainly seeing things that are above our pay grade so far. It's... No. We've had a run-in with what? Right. We've had run-in with one such individual before as well. Who seemed to be less discriminate of who he kills, so long as he's, and he makes air quotes, mission gets done. Was it rather alarming? Well, it's understandable. Yes. As your question as to why it's hard to describe, it's more like almost like an urge, a nagging feeling. For me, it's more a nagging feeling to understand why and find out more. Like, understand more about the world, and then like what reality really is, and the nature of these, I hesitate to say unnatural things, but that is how they have become to feel almost. And whether or not they're truly a danger, and then maybe remove the dangerous ones, like one would weed out dangerous plants from a garden, or keep the ecosystem of a natural park from being overflooded with predators that then harm it, so to speak. It's hard to explain.
Oh. Oh, I'm just here to make sure they don't get to hurt anybody anymore. Protect the innocents. Well, all those sick vampires, ghosts, whatever you got there, like.
Yes, he is more of the, oh no, it's not a person, shoot it kind of guy. I do understand. Is Andrew still awake? Well, based on his yeah, based on the way he's gone about things, I think he's very close to Kitten here, which is punch things first if they seem to not fit in the how should I put this? And he makes it a natural order of things.
No, man, that guy is fucking nuts. Like, I try to actually make sure people survive. This guy, he just wants to like burn everything down, like literally, not just for tactical reasons.
Victor folds his arms and goes, says the guy who wanted to flood the Shanghai tunnels with petrol and put them on fire to flash out a vampire.
Well, not completely, but you know, more like
Either
the tactical way. Shutting
Either
off
way,
entryways and stuff.
our approaches to
Hey,
this,
I got a plan.
if you can call it profession, is it varies a bit. I tend to want to ask questions and dig around a bit more, as opposed to these gentlemen, where these two are more. Well,
who else to turn to? Like, would you like to join us? Because we'd really need some hands.
I suppose it's less drawn and more. We happen to have connections through which we found one another, and there aren't that. People don't usually go around advertising that they are hunting the predators of mankind, so to speak. It's hard to say if it comes outside or if that's just a person's attributing to it to higher power. I mean, that's also really a question related to religion, whether we're just projecting our urges onto a higher power and then believing it to be something external or not. But you could say that, I suppose. I mean, I keep seeing things like, I hate to say they're visions also, almost, but it sometimes feels like I'm getting messages and answers to questions that... Yes,
Oh,
you could put it like
that I
that.
can
Like
say
something
that.
woke
Yeah.
up when the sort of blindfold fell off, and I witnessed the, well, on my case, the vampire feeding that I couldn't rationalize away. So, yes.
So, what is that? Do you have any idea about that? Since you're a scholar and all. And who's this we you keep referring to? Are you're part of an organization, or?
Well, I did say that a moment ago. Is there an area you specialize in? Like, wonder. Well, that's quite an impressive collection. Hmm. That is how it seems. I mean, but
Oh,
well,
no problem.
yeah, I figured it would be a terrible pain in the ass to burn a house in the middle of Portland and explain it to the cops, not to mention the potential risk of any thralls or civilians. Had this been a vampiric nest, then there might have been people who are not vampires who would get caught in the fire. There were many flaws in that plan. Not to mention all the books would have burned down that kitten here saw through your window, and that would have been terrible. Even had you been a vampire, then that would have been a tremendous amount of written material lost that could potentially be a doorway to a lot of occult stuff that we would then not know. I would imagine so. And the worst part is I'm not even a competent. I can dodge a few things that come my way, but I can't really fight. That's something I need to correct. Are there... So the runes on the door, I'm still very hung up on those. Are those repellent runes or detection, containment? Right. I can imagine that. So not something we could write down into the Shanghai tunnels to block a vampire from crossing them. Oh. Oh, Victor goes where he's pointing. Yep, he opens it. Hmm. He does his... Yes, they
Any
did seem
chance?
to be interested in seeing what we know about magic. That kind of put me on a back leg as well, that this might not be a lot of vampires.
So, any chance we could exchange information somehow, get into contact after you've moved? We could really use learning about this this world.
Yes. It would be very well.
Well, thank you.
Uh, Well, we're trying to not have to flood the tunnels with petroleum and set it on fire to corner the vampire. Considering it seems to be much more aware of the tunnel system than we are, any maps of the place are highly incorrect or inaccurate, to say the least. Probably not only that, but it would also potentially release fumes that might enter people's homes. We do not know how airtight the place is, so not. Yes, which is why I am not entirely enthusiastic about that plan. So any non-toxic way that we can close off tunnels and hopefully narrow our quarry's space of movement until it is forced to sort of come out and fight would be beneficial. So hence why I was asking about the rooms. But if you have any other measures of blocking off a vampire's route, would be appreciated. I've tried looking at things up, but everything seems to be inconclusive. Some people say garlic works, some people say it doesn't work, salt maybe, maybe not. It's hard to pinpoint. Hmm. So maybe less gasoline. Right. Right. Yeah, I do believe we're all human. At least based on my observations, none of us have showed any inclination towards vampirism or other supernatural. Oh, absolutely. I fully understand. As he's done copying things, he does try and look through the book to see if he can find the glyphs that he saw in the soul eating house thing. Okay. Okay. Well, he draws them out on another piece of paper and goes, like I mentioned, I need to check the name from my sheet. I have it written up, but it's in two different places. I did mention Willem Sumner the Third. You seem to have some recognition of the name. I couldn't find the runes that he used in the house that we encountered, but yeah, what Yeah, no, he does. Well, I imagine like he has, well, because we were in. Yeah. Oh yeah, he gives because I'm pretty sure I took pictures of them in the house as well. So he just shows from his cell phone like the doorknobs that had them carved and wherever walls, and it's like, yeah, these kind of things. For my recollection, these are containment runes for ritualistic purposes to contain something inside, and goes on just much detail as he can. Yeah.
Seeing invisible? Guarding off like areas of a tunnel? Maybe fire? Anything like this?
Yeah, we tried building one. It ended up horribly. Yes, we we discovered that for ourselves. Yes, we could have. Luckily, it didn't come to that.
We blew up some
well,
satyrs or Bigfoot or whatever they were.
a strange, blurry creature with horns that was almost impossible to look at. So, like your mind was telling you. No, it was a strange creature, and he describes their footprints and asks Peter to describe the creature. Yeah. I think he more glosses over how the flamethrower blew up and just, oh no, we saw this kind of creature. It carved this kind of thing into the tree. And then when our guy back downstairs touched it, he went blurry and difficult to look at. And
Mm-hmm. There's a monster in the closet. Oh, I'll go and check.
Oh, I get it. I suppose there are some things that. Never mind. Anyway, to pinpoint this particular thing is it's because we haven't really seen it. We don't know what kind of a vampire it is. Just know it seems to haunt the tunnels. Right. It turns to be.
Although cornering things will be lot more difficult considering last time it followed us.
So unless it's something we can activate once we have crossed a certain threshold to sort of ensure that the beast is trapped with us in the same hole, I don't think we would need to corner things, actually. That much.
We need to keep it in hold. Maybe a trap? A
Well, that's
bear
my
iron?
not this. I mean, not necessarily that, but if we could have a remote trigger, like I would probably agree to leaving a trail of gasoline or maybe a gasoline-soaked rope that will burn for longer, if we could leave it and mask it in some way, so that once we cross it and we hear the footsteps come after us, if those footsteps follow us past it, we could trigger and light it up so that the fire is behind the beast, locking it into the same hallway as us, with an alternative of barreling through us or going through the flames. But that would... Right. We would also need something to mask the scent so that it won't smell the gasoline in the rope, and to plant the trap in ways... Right, but that would mean that we don't have to flush out the entire tunnel if we can...
Ooh, we'd take anything you have. Like, at least get a look at them.
Like trapping.
Well, thank you. Wouldn't that cause an explosion? Wow. So, IED. All right.
Indeed. Yep, that will be our problem. Hopefully we survive. Well, to be fair, well, assuming if they're following us, sure. But the note about your house was left to us a few days ago. So, considering they haven't... Right, but as far as they know, we also left town for a while. So, they didn't attack you when they saw us leaving. But then again... True. Right. That might be, although that would leave a lot of your... And he gestures to the books. Ammunition for them to...
Move it. Yeah. Easy.
Yeah, I mean, they might fall thrall to the vampires, and then all of your information will fall into their hands, and who knows how they'll use it. I mean, Right. That's probably smart. I fully understand. If only there was a spell to do that. Right. But we will not keep you from your preparations any longer. I believe we have kept you for long enough from your precautions, and we do have preparations of our own to make, so...
Yes.
I wonder, could we organize a ruse of you throwing us out? Something that will necessitate the calling of authorities, but something that would make it look like we... I think that would work. If we made it seem like we wormed our way in and you are chasing us out, having discovered our ruse, it might make it look like we just failed. But we made an honest attempt, and that might lead our hunters to our prey to think that you are still on our radar. We are preoccupied with you, maybe after one failed attempt, so might throw them off the scent for a while.
That sounds good. So, well.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you, Geraldo. Oh, oh shit!
Can I roll manipulation performance or something?
Yeah, I can perform too.
Yeah. 3 successes with another one. Would have been 4 otherwise. Still 2 10s.
Here you go. 2.
Yeah. Yeah, the door opens and Pex just walks out and then... Yeah. Yeah. Our reputation in this neighborhood is ruined, but they now the vampires will not know that we are in good terms with the old man. They're like, these guys, they are fucking hopeless. Not only do they blabber about vampires in the vampire's lair, they go and hunt an old man and can't even do that. Like, we have nothing to worry about. Yeah. They're absolutely...
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay. Ooh. This one and there. 4. Holy crap.
You
What the
finally
hell?
noticed them.
What the hell is this? Holy fuck! Get them out! I roll all windows open with the, I have my electrical switches there. I roll all windows open. Just start lobbing it out! And I basically just, what do you call it when you throw water out of a boat? Basically. Yeah, I think it's... Wait. there a word there? Oh, bail. Yeah, we start bailing the car from rats. Like, yeah, go out.
Well, you are. We don't see the rats. What rats? There are no rats in this car.
To the rat mountain, Charlie.
And then Peter remembers that, oh, these guys have been bitten by vampires. Nah, we will help. Yep. But not the one under Victor's arm. Don't worry, Stacy, I will keep you safe.
You, how the hell did they get in my car? What the hell is going on? Rats in the city even? I'm so... What? Huh. Hey, have you like in Bend? We definitely don't have this many rats. Like, has Portland always been this? What do you call it? Rat fested?
I mean, it's a big city with a lot of refuse. They have a lot to eat.
So that's a yes. Has it always been like this?
Has it always been like this? I mean, I imagine Victor wouldn't have really paid attention. They probably mostly keeping the sewers. Yeah. Hmm. Yep.
Proliferate?
Yeah. Victor puts on another performance. He rubs his neck around where he vaguely remembers his sugar daddy usually kissing him, and he allows his eyes to mist over it and goes, I mean, yeah, they're just normal animals. There's no problem with them.
Animals? Yeah, they're animals, but they're not supposed to be. Like, they should be afraid of us, not the other way around. And this thing creeps me out, man.
They're just rats, let them be. They're fine. We don't need to fear them. And he seems all of a sudden to be awfully calm and just sits back in his seat.
Okay, that's... Hey, Victor, you okay, man? You don't sound...
Just drive. Just, they're outside of the car now. Just drive. It's fine. We don't need to worry about rats.
Okay.
I do look around if there are any more rats in the car. I'm assuming we blew them up. Yeah. So once they're outside, Victor seems to go weird and just goes, don't worry about the rats. Let's just drive home, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. I have half a mind of going back in and say, like, asking about rats starting calming people. But anyway, sure. Let's go to our apartment. It's our apartment now. Yes, it's not yours.
And once we started driving, and we've gone off and the windows are up, Victor goes, I mean, if you remember, when we were running from the vampire, there was a lot of rats running with us. So I wouldn't put it past them if they use some sort of familiars or something. I mean, if you think about the legends, they used all kind of beasts.
A rat,
even movies.
Rat lord? Lord of rats?
No, but I mean, some of the folklores have vampires and other creatures of the dark using animals as eyes and ears. So, I mean, if they could throw a person, why not a simple mind like a rat? We don't know what kind of powers they are, but those rats are definitely acting strange, so I wouldn't put them past of whatever organization of vampires that we've attracted attention to would send spies on us. But I didn't want to say it out right in front of them, and like the professor, like we talked with the old man, both Pex and I have been bitten, so I figured I'll put a little bit of performance to look like I'm under influence. So that when they report back, it will look like I might even be jeopardized. Hopefully.
Holy shit, that was convincing. I almost went back to Mr. Jeopardy or whatever his name was and fucking asked about this. Crap. Anyway, right. So, what's our next move? We got the weird ignition thingies, and we're not good taking propane tanks underneath and exploding them, right? We're not those people.
No,
Yeah.
I think we need to a lot more subtler trap. Something like a ignitable rope soaked in gasoline or something. That we can lure the guy over and then ignite it so that there's a wall of fire, so to speak. If they are terrified of open fires, then that should lock it up in a hallway where retreating is through the fire or through us.
Yeah, exactly.
Forcing
it's
an
gonna be
encounter.
like a long hallway, like a section of the hallway on fire, not just like a little bit of a rope. There's gotta be a
Well,
puddle.
I mean, sure, but I'm trying to think of something that is easily maskable. Like if you drizzle gasoline, I mean, I suppose if you had an existing puddle and you add gasoline to it, or even some sort of oil that doesn't
yeah,
have a
that's
smell.
it's basically a fuse. Yeah, but then again, we
Right.
got these remote thingies.
Right, but we need some flammable something to draw a line across the hallway to create a fiery door that the vampire would hopefully then be afraid of crossing.
Sure, it just can't be. I can't imagine them being like. If you can just leap through, I could leap through it. What's holding back the vampire?
Well, I mean, if some of them are afraid of salt or fire or garlic, then we don't know, but this is the best we have to go through. And if they are afraid of open fire, and if Geraldo does believe that candelabra frightens them, then like open flames in general seems to be the general consensus, even from what I've found, is their irrational
Right.
fear. So
All right,
that's the best we can go without burning half the city.
Okay, how about this? Maybe you refine this idea, because this probably wouldn't be Peter's forte. But okay, we basically take a net made of actual rope, soak it in gasoline, hang it up on the ceiling, conceal it somehow. We got these remote detonators. The remote detonators, they don't actually, they spark it, but they also, there's like, I don't know, something, a fishing line or something very, very easily snappable that the fire basically burns through, and the whole thing comes crashing down, creating an actual like net of fire. It's a wall of fire, right?
I just see one tiny problem with that. We're in its hunting grounds, so we would need to be able to do all of that where it can't see us.
That is another good
And
question.
from what we heard last time, it is very stealthy. We could barely detect its footprints when it was following after us once we went deep enough. So we would need to orchestrate all of that in its hunting ground. Hence why my suggestion is a strip of rope. I can pretend to draw one of the sigils, or even just take a bit of chalk and draw one of the sigils. And while I'm doing that, we actually hide the rope, I don't know, under some dirt or something, if we can find it there. and then set up the ignition so that it looks like the sigil is supposed to be the deterrent and not the hidden prepared wall of fire that is then activated when it goes, haha, lol, this sigil will never work on me, these idiots. And then steps over our trap, and then we ignite it once we're far enough, and then it's trapped with us, with actual fire that hopefully fears.
What if it sees the? What if we don't even conceal it? What if it sees the net and thinks that it's supposed to be the net that falls on him and traps him, and he's ready for that, not the fire part?
I mean,
what if we
sure.
even? Okay, how about this? What if we ditch the whole wall of fires? We just make a net and put it on fire and throw it on him, and I use it as an actual net.
Well, the problem
And
is
then
that
he's
it's very
in
good
a burning.
right, but we would need to be able to see it, which we so far haven't. We know it's
Sure.
incredibly skilled at hiding in the dark. We're blind as bats inside there. No pun intended. And it knows those grounds. So, like Geraldo said, some of them are incredibly skilled at being hidden. So we would need to be able to see where it is to throw our net. But it does seem to want to keep a distance outside of the range of light, which is why I don't know, we should probably do our trap just beyond a corner where it's behind us so it can't see what we're doing. And then the most obvious thing on the ground would be a glyph of repelling or something to make it look like, oh yes, these guys are trying to repel me with magic. That doesn't work. Fucking idiots. Disguising the actual trap, which is the... Well, we don't know if it works or not, but like ghost repelling runes. Or maybe... that is true, that is true.
Well, then
that is a risk where we need to take.
But you could make
actually, they know what Victor knows about magic, because they went through his laptop, and Victor would not have had these runes. Like, he knows something about them. He has the runes of containment from the house, but like, because they did go through and see what he knows and went through the files of magic that he knows, so they know his magical capabilities.
What if you just make a pentagram?
Something.
Let's look super amateurish, and then.
Well, that was my point.
The vampire comes in, just laughs at it.
Yes, I can absolutely do like something like that. Something that makes it look like magical. Yes, exactly. make something look.
It's right here.
Hey, Victor makes cheap and shitty look expensive.
Yeah,
That's his kind of whole shtick. But I know cheap and shitty.
Expensive look cheap.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I know cheap and shitty. Yes. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Flaming rope trap, maybe? I don't know.
I am going to make a Molotov cocktail. That's gonna be my basic weapon against that creature.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, that is entirely. When we start hearing the footprints, you just fucking throw that thing. That.
Yep, that is true. That's why I'm intending to throw it, and I'm intending to throw it at the vampire.
Yep. Yeah, well, I was thinking if we could we rig a Molotov cocktail like a bottle that we leave in the shadows somewhere. When it walks past it, we blow it up and it explodes with a flammable liquid, creating
shoot at it.
splattered blood. True, you would need to be able to. Yeah,
No.
and you would need
No,
to be able
no,
to see in the dark, which means we have to go far enough from it that the radius of our light's no longer illuminated, because the vampire won't be within the radius of our light. So you would be
Okay.
shooting into the dark.
We
Where you
could
think
get
the bottle
like
is.
fireworks or something like that that explodes inside the Molotov cocktail, just explodes the bottle.
Yep, something like that, exactly. Something we can rig to explode once we trigger it, so that it explodes the bottle, ignites the flammable fluid, and splatters it into a puddle around the hallway, basically creating a section of the hallway that's just on fire. Of course, the more quiet, the better. Shooting a big firework inside the tunnels will definitely alert people outside. Well, depending on where the sound comes out, but yeah.
I think we've
It
already
echoed.
shot in there.
That's true. Yep, but it is. Yep. Yeah. Trap the vampire with us in a hallway, forcing it to fight. Yeah.
We try to create a fire trap behind it, and like it's between a fire trap and us. And when we get that situation going, what Peter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at that point, we keep walking, and we start setting the trap where it's behind us. Two of us are kind of looking. It can, but one of us is setting up the trap behind a corner somewhere in a hallway where the rest of us are kind of still standing at the mouth. We leave a false trap, like a pentagram that looks childishly magical, like a child's version of an amateur trying out magic, to make it look like that is what we were setting up, and then we walk past it. Gateman. Yeah. Yeah. And to make it look like that is our attention to stop whatever's following us, we keep walking, and if we hear it following us, once we've gone far enough, we detonate the fire to sort of block its exit, meaning it's now trapped in a lengthy hallway where it's through us or through the fire.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, yeah, we're still hunting it in its territory, so we have to assume and expect. Yeah.
Yeah. And what Peter hasn't told about this plan to the rest of the group is that he will try to limit the monster, like vampire's movement, to them also. He should be able to. Well, he should be able to use these his edge of ward to basically oust the vampire certain amount of feet away from him. So that's gonna create a basically force bubble on the other side and fire on the other side that the vampire can't escape. Hopefully, if he could approximate it well enough, it's going to be the limit would be so small that it's basically a barbecue already. That the creature can't come nearer to us because it gets shunted out of the area. So hopefully it gets into the fire and just burns away, and that's the whole combat right there that he's imagining with his tactical mind. Yes, that's the backup plan, definitely. Yeah, hopefully that's enough. If we have to like stake the heart somehow, well, we do have a stake to go with it.
I think if we want to keep an air of incompetence, yes, we would
Oh,
probably have to
true.
go into the same
Yeah, but
place,
we
like,
need to-
make as many apparent
Yeah.
mistakes as we can. Like, those rats just saw us run away from the old man that we were supposed to hunt, and then Victor seems to be compromised by not worrying about the rats, and then we go in through the same route as we can. While we're going back home, by the way, Victor does tell the two that keep him distracted while you guys are looking for rats in the apartment, because if those rats are spies, the chances are that they would have planted them in his apartment as well. Yeah. So Victor's instructions is, as soon as we see them and Peter starts going, "Oh shit, rats," then Pex is supposed to drag him up because Victor goes funny again and goes, "No, they belong here. They've always been here. They're friends." So kind of make it look like one of us is severely jeopardized by
And
vampiric troll, so that you guys can then handle
yeah.
the rat problem and Victor is restrained and taken somewhere else.
yeah, how I handle it is basically the
Whole
same
shebang
way.
in performance.
I open the window from the apartment and start just bailing. It might sound funny, but it doesn't feel funny for Peter. He puts some heavy duty gloves on before,
Oh,
because
God.
you know, I don't want to touch those things. Ooh, we actually made a plan. Ooh, next time.
Yeah.
And hopefully Matthias is back. Yeah.
I mean, we don't
so-
pretend we don't see the rats. We absolutely do just. Right. But like, for next time when we go through it, and so that we don't get confused that the rats are still there, because if they're there and we do planning, then that's gonna foil it. So just being accurate that no, the rats are gone.
Yeah.
But just pretend. I don't know. Maybe just pretend Victor is compromised by vampiric thrall while Peter takes care of the rats or something. Pretends Victor protects rats while Peter takes care of them or something like that. Because I know there's a habit of putting it like that, and then next time we think that, oh no, the rats are still there. We made plans and then they were jeopardized because the rats saw it, sort of thing. Just for accuracy's sake.
Or should it be green? Yeah, it should be green. I put it to.
I think it's small.
Oh,
Deratted. Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
An actual vampire hunt. Unless we scrap the plan next session and start over. Yes, hopefully.
No, we've come up with something new.
Planning is more fun than the actual execution. No, it's not. I'm joking. Well,
Are
now
you
have
saying our plan is
messages.
stupid and won't work? I mean, don't forget, Victor does have the background of patron, which means he does get unrequested visions and shit. So if you, yeah, so if like 3 bips means he gets a few per month. So he's plagued like with unwanted half seizure hallucinations and shit. Yeah, he's like, not again. Yeah,
Calling Earth, you're still an idiot, this is not going to work.
it's I imagine it's kind of like the inner dogger thing where it can just go smack. You're being dumb, or if there's something you don't know how to convey but feel like, oh, maybe this would be useful, then that is some like a kind of a tool that you can use whenever. Yep.
Good
Yeah.
night.
Good night.